Hi, all you beautiful souls. I'm Tara, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. I talk about spirituality. Through my spiritual journey, there's been some things happening which probably a few of you actually know and understand because you're probably experiencing it yourself, hearing voices, feeling very anxious, fatigued, irritated, and not just because of COVID, but because of the purging. Your people are being removed from your bubble, I guess you could say. You're finding out things that are actually what's happening in the world, opposed to stuff that's just an illusion. Part of the stuff that can happen is, well, we change. Some of us speak light languages. Some of us speak different starseed languages from the different planets, what have you. Myself, I've been experiencing things, and it's kind of like channeling. When you feel like you're hearing the voices in your head, you're actually not hearing them in your head, you're hearing them in your throat chakra. I found that out recently from one of the young fellas that I continue to watch, because he channels different beings. He's actually Sam the Illusionist, and he's really good, and he explains things to you. It was he who I watched, and it got explained to me that when I thought I was hearing the voices in my head, I was actually hearing them in my throat. And I'd done the exercise that he had suggested, and that's basically concentrate on your throat chakra and say, like, kind of talk and count. Okay, and what happens is you do actually find out that the sound, the voices are coming from your throat and not your head. Okay, it helps once you realize that, because when it was happening, it still happens to me sometimes where I feel like it's coming from my head, but it's actually kind of a blockage, I guess you could say. So I've been told to use my chakra, where I just, I can't say that I channel, but I do sort of channel, but I'm in contact with them all the time. Eskasa tututa pikeda, apikera apke Podeskita potikoshala ekalaski tututa kaprina kere. Okay, see, that's probably a few different languages all intertwined together, which I'm being told that it is, which is fine, because it's different beings trying to get a message out, and hopefully some of you have understood what I said. I'm not going to tell you, okay? Because I want you to look within yourself, because you actually have the answers. You probably know what I said, and some of you, I know some of it. I was speaking native. It's more of the Hopi. There's different things I'm experiencing, and a lot of you are experiencing it too. I practice what I preach. I get outside. I don't always go for walks or what have you, but it's a matter of getting out in nature. Hearing the birds and going through the woods and feeling the breeze and being in connection with Mother Nature and Mother Earth, ground yourself. Go in the woods. Stand there and ask Mother Nature to be one with you. And just stand there and kind of meditate. Go within yourself and you will find the answers that you're looking for, because they are within you. I'm finding that out. We are going to find out that we're telepathic, which we are. I know it sounds strange to some of you, but the government's even using it. People are coming forward and letting you know there's telekinesis, which is true, real. They just don't want us to know it, because once we're able to tap into it, then, well, you're a sovereign being and you can do stuff for yourself. We look at the stuff happening in the world and we think it's the end of the world. Well, it is. Like I said before, it is the end of the world to an extent, because it's change. And to a lot of people, it's like everything that you could think possible is happening. Well, it's like I said before, the saying, thought he farted, but he really pooped himself. Well, the thoughts farted. And now it's getting them all sorted out and getting the truth out there, opposed to a bunch of fear-mongering, which fear is false information appearing to be real. There's so much information out there that it's mind-boggling. People are feeling like they're going crazy and they can't understand it. Don't try to understand it. Just let it go. Because there's change on the way, and they're trying to cover up the change, and they're trying to cover up the things that are actually happening on our planet and in the universe right now. I had stated before that there's more going on in this universe than what you realize. There's energies and powers and things that are beyond our comprehension until we wake up, until our consciousness is hitting in now. People are helping each other because there's so much turmoil and so much chaos, which you all know that usually what ends up happening is things always get worse before they get better. And as you can see, okay, things have blown up basically, and things got worse, but we're starting to see the truth coming out. They can't hide it no more. They can try, but they can't hide it. Because as a sovereign being, you see it. So they can't hide it. So light them up. Speak out. Don't be afraid. You'll know the truth because you'll feel it right in here, okay? You'll feel it right in your core. You will purge, so you will have a lot of anxiety. For me, it feels like my heart is about to explode. It sends off pain, but it's pain that we need to experience. As much as we don't want to, we experience it. It's called the dark night. I know that we all can get through this. You do have to be selfish to the degree where you fill up your cup so that you're able to help everyone else too. Don't spread the fear. Don't make a comment. If you're sending something, and you got to know that it's real in your core, not just thinking because mainstream media said it or because Joe Blow said it or what have you. You need to look in yourself deep down, and you will know whether it is true or not. We're all here, and we're all working together and waking up and coming together to make the change for the better. Don't be afraid of what you hear on the news. Don't let it run your life. Don't be afraid to go outside. Don't be afraid to take off your mask and show who you truly are, who you really are. Because you yourself, you know that you're a sovereign being and you can break those chains. As I say, break the sire. Someone told me that sire means father. Well, the way I look at it is, okay, what's going on now? Pain. Break the sire. Break the father of the pain. Break the matrix. Tear it down. Show the truth. Speak your truth. Be authentic. And always ask questions. Don't take everything you hear as gospel. And always remember that things you poo-poo or say is not real, look around. I mean, look around. And those things from the movies and stuff that we were told it was all fiction and not real. Well, there's a lot of truth to it with regards to helping to wake people up and see things for what they really are, opposed to, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Well, you're going to have no choice but to see it. So it's better to look on your own, opposed to being forced to look because it's come to light. If you see something on the internet, what have you, and you're not sure, or you just want to say, oh, that's not real, what have you, and you want to poop on other people, and you're crazy, you're nuts, you're like this, you're that, keep those comments to yourself. Because nobody's this and nobody's that. We're all connected because we're not provinces, we're not states, we're not countries. We are all, and we're not nations. We're all families, so we become one. And this is what's happening now. The universe is becoming one, opposed to what we're being told. Do your research on the moon. When people say it's a hollow moon, it's coming out to be that it's a hollow moon. And on top of that, it's coming out that there is an earth inside the earth. There's a whole other world inside this earth. And we're being kept from it. But it's being opened for us. And this is why I express the importance of waking up. Because our world is being shaken. And with our world and earth and what have you being shaken, so are we. Ignorance is not bliss. Love is bliss. Doesn't matter if you don't have a pot to pee in. Sometimes we got to go back to go forward. And this is the time where we're taking a step back so that we all can look at the bigger picture. We can see what's behind the veil. We can see past the illusion. And we can see that we are all one. We are all connected in this universe. It may not seem like it right now, but it will. So, it is. I had a dream once. Well, they say it's not our dreams, it's actual where we've been and traveled. And in that dream, I seen a blue sky, bright blue sky, with blue moons as far as the eye can see. And guess what? They are now finding out that for every star, there is about 5 planets. So keep that in mind, because it's always good to keep that in mind. And from what I understand, that's what the beginning of the earth as we know it. It was blue moons as far as the eye could see because the universe was connected. And somehow it got disconnected. And we're in Revelations. And we're all here to bring it back the way it was supposed to be. The beauty, the glory, not the destruction, the chaos, the death, like these things that we're told is what we need to survive. That's bull poop. It's all about this, okay? It's all about this to control you for their personal gain. Not bull poop. Fact. Just look into it. And you'll find out that what we've been saying is truth, not fiction. With that being said, I will leave you with that. I wish you all an awesome day. Namaste. What a gay.